So it is a great pleasure for us, Professor James Pinfold from University of Alberta, that you again are coming for the Lomonosov 19th now Lomonosov
Yes.
conference on elementary particle physics, and you have just gave an exciting review, wide review on dedicated methods of searching for new physics, in particular for long-living particles and anomalously ionizing particles. As the spokesperson of Model Experiment and the person who just involved in a future project of this kind, that some of them, as you have mentioned, have been already approved and some are planned. Would you please comment on what are the advantages of the methods you are implementing in respect to the standard model, standard methods of searching for new physics with big collider experiments,
Yeah.
etc.?
Well, big collider experiments have certain drawbacks, as we were saying. But of course, they can do an awful lot, but there are some things they can't do. And this is where new physics could be hiding. So for example, when you have a very highly ionizing particle, it can often be absorbed very quickly in a big detector. If it's minimally ionizing, if it's, say, fractionally charged, it may not even be seen in the big detectors. They can only really detect a charge of about a third or a quarter the electric charge. And of course, if it's very long-lived, then it's hard for them to trigger and it's hard for them to do a comprehensive measurement. So there are areas where you can build these dedicated detectors that could extend the physics reach in a complementary way, and thus increasing the discovery horizon of the LHC.
And as one of the benefits of this approach, I think the low cost in respect to,
That's a great benefit, but another benefit is educational, because we're in the era of these very large experiments. They cost hundreds and hundreds of millions. They're built. So now students don't have the chance to build detectors.
To start from the beginning.
To develop the new physics scenarios. And also, in small experiments, students and postdocs have much more chance and much more responsibility. So it's a very good way, we feel, to train new students and new physicists.
Yeah, and it's, as I understand, if you succeed to find something, the distance in time from the beginning to the final result is much shorter.
It is much shorter. It is much shorter. And the beautiful thing about dedicated experiments is that you see a clear, often very clear signature, requiring small events. Often in the very large detectors, you have to analyze hundreds of thousands of events with backgrounds that have to be understood very precisely. Whereas when we're looking for these very, highly ionizing particles, fractionally charged particles, very long-lived particles, it's very, very clear that you've seen something new.
I see, sir. And so the success of this kind of approach completely depends whether this particle exists or not.
It does. But you can put incredible constraints. There are so many theories now, and constraining theories, of course, is not as exciting as discovering particles, but it's probably just as valuable.
But also show the way
to show the way the theoretician should move in the future.
Well, thank you very much.
Okay, and it's a pleasure to be here at Lomonosov again, the 19th one. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.